Each morning as Uknavi stands in front of the mirror, she glances at photos of her late husband and remembers the good times they shared. He committed suicide after learning he was HIV positive.
Before I suspect I made a mistake, he asked me if he had HIV, what would I do? I replied saying if you bring the virus to me, I would slit my own throat.
After her husband's death, Uknavi continued to live in her home near the Thai border.
Shortly after I held the funeral for my husband, I was looked down on and treated differently by the villagers. Children in the village started making fun of my son, saying your father had AIDS. He might have infected the whole village.
When villagers set her house on fire, Uknavi returned home to live with her sister near Phnom Penh. She was sick often, and a test revealed her worst fear. She was HIV positive.
My only sister and cousin showed disgusting behavior toward me before we ate together. But after I was known as HIV positive, they would not eat with me. Even when my child was playing around, they called him AIDS child.
Cambodia offers free medication for the country's 70,000 people living with HIV. But many must move from the countryside to cities for treatment. Those with little means live in squalor.
Almost 75% of them think they made such a big mistake in their lives that they discriminate and isolate themselves from society, and the serious cases end in suicide.
Feeling desperate and alone, Uknavi contemplated following her husband and committing suicide.
I felt so sick and skinny, and I no longer wanted to live. Then I thought of my son and took pity on him. So I strived to survive, just for him.
Though Uknavi found the strength to keep living, life was not easy. Her sister could no longer help her.
I just could not afford to feed her, as I have barely made ends meet for my two daughters.
Uknavi is now feeling better, both mentally and physically. She receives housing, food, and medicine from Place of Rescue, a Canadian organization that supports people living with HIV. It is her son who brings her life purpose. But her thoughts often wander to her late husband.
I feel anger and regret every day. If only he was still alive, he would have received medicine and felt healthy like others with the disease. He shouldn't have been so short-sighted and decided to kill himself.